What is your favorite book? Now, I know no one reads books anymore, but growing up, what was your favorite book you read in school? If you were me, you probably just watched the movies. But a lot of people really fell in love with classics like To Kill a Mockingbird, The Catcher in the Rye, Pride and Prejudice, 1984. Or maybe your favorite book is more recent, like the Harry Potter series, or a Malcolm Gladwell or Ta-Nehisi Coates book. Regardless of what book it is, I just want you to think about a book that you have enjoyed reading in your life. Now, chances are that book was one book. Duh. But maybe yours is a series of books like Harry Potter. Regardless, chances are that book that you're thinking about tells one story, or it's about one topic. Also, chances are your book has one genre. It's a historical fiction book, or a business book, or a fantasy novel. And yes, maybe it has elements of romance or comedy or horror in it, but for the most part, your book probably fits neatly into one genre category. It's also likely that your book was written by one author. Now, some nonfiction books today will have two authors, but a vast majority of the books that we will read are written by one person. And finally, the book you're thinking about was probably written at one time. Not in one sitting. It probably took that author several months or even years to write it, but your book has a single copyright date. This is how we're taught that books work. This is how 99% of the books that you will read in your life work. And then, in comes the Bible. Now, for starters, the Bible is not one book. The Bible is actually a library of books. 66 books, to be exact. And those books tell multiple different stories and tackle thousands, if not millions, of different topics. And of course, that doesn't mean that there isn't a unified story or theme within the Bible. It just means that that story or theme is told across many different books. And like any library, the Bible is not just one genre. And you could try and get smart and tell me that the Bible is spiritual or religious literature, and you would be right. However, within that, we find historical narrative, and poems, and songs, and letters, and fictional narratives, and genealogies. All of these many genres exist in just one text. And unlike most books, the Bible, it was not written by one author. Christians believe that the words of the Bible were inspired by one God, but that inspiration was poured through over 40 different individuals, who, by the way, were not all writing at the same time. The Bible was not all written at once, but this library of books was written over the course of 1,000 to 2,000 years. So, just look at the differences here. Is it any wonder why the Bible can be confusing or intimidating or frustrating for modern readers? A big part of that is because of how we're taught books work. Many of us then try and read the Bible like it's To Kill a Mockingbird. Author Peter Enns says it like this: the problems we encounter when reading the Bible are really problems we create for ourselves. Many of us read the Bible with the expectation that it will act like any other book. And when we read the Bible with the expectation that it's going to act like a cookbook or a user's manual or a self-help book, when we read it that way, we're going to have a hard time understanding it. And that's not because the Bible isn't good, it's because we've come to it with the wrong expectations. So then, the invitation is, rather than coming to the Bible with all our preconceived notions and expectations of what we think it is, we instead read the Bible for what it actually is: a library of writings with diverse authorship, using diverse genres to explore the relationship between God and humanity. Hey there, everybody. My name is John. I'm one of the teaching pastors at Soul City Church in the heart of downtown Chicago. We are a local church with a global vision and a simple mission to lead people into a transforming relationship with Jesus. And that is our explicit hope for you as you watch this video. If you enjoyed this video or you were encouraged by it, I hope you'll subscribe to our channel so that you never miss any of the videos that we're putting out. And I hope you'll consider joining us for one of our Sunday worship gatherings. You can find our service times and all the other info that you might need on our website, which is linked in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you soon.